Hi guys, so Kian here, and this is going to be a video covering Shenmue animations and the difficulties I'm currently running into and my approach. So this is the real model loaded into 3JS. And so the first thing I'm going to cover is bone rotation. So when we load the bones from the original MD5 file, each bone is going to come with some position and some rotation information. And so that's going to tell each bone to go here and then rotate this way, and then that creates the general shape of the skeleton. So if we go through and just remove rotation entirely and then reload, what we get is this shape where it's just Ryo is just kind of bent into a flat kind of pretzel shape. So we do need to interpret the. This is just to say that um, there is a rotational element to the bones when they're loaded in. So we're going to put them back and then put the model here. The problem is when there is rotation on the bones initially, the IK solver doesn't really seem to like this, and it kind of causes the bones, or it causes the IK solver to kind of bend in weird ways, and Real looks pretty weird doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find the places where I have the IK effectors set. So let's go ahead and add these back in. And then I need to go back and tell the animation to play. So if I go back here and then reload this file, I also need to enable the root animation. So the root animation should be somewhere around here, and there it is. So let's go ahead and enable this. So let's go back and refresh. Let's see what's going on here. No, that parent is null. 108. Alright, I can comment a lot of this out. And then there, that should be okay. Refresh. Okay, so this is the IK solver, and this is what happens when there is rotation information on the bones. The animation just does not want to play correctly at all. So we can kind of see that yes, Ryo is generally walking, or the bones are moving and they are walking directly, but the CCD solver really doesn't seem to want to work as intended. And so the way I managed to get around that is by removing all of the rotation information from the bones. What this is doing is it basically says is that for the skeleton, what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm finding the relative world position by subtracting the world position of the parent from the world position of the child and getting the relative position. And then not applying any rotation to that bone at all. So what that does is that creates a skeleton that's in the right shape. All the bones are where they need to be positionally, but it doesn't include any of the rotation information. Um, doesn't include any of the rotation information from the initial bones. And okay, and now we can see that Ryo is generally walking. I think there was some weird code in there before, so I'll go ahead and put this back to what it was before, so you can see. There's that bones. There's that bones, that push. So just not doing rotation information at all. Okay, so this is so if there is rotation information on the bones, the CCD solver would generally still work, but it runs into some quirky issues where it just doesn't quite wanna do the right thing. So we can see that his kind of legs are flapping around, they're doing weird things, and the solver just isn't working as intended. And then if we go back and do the remove all the information, then the IK animation works. So the thing is, Shenmue is made of two different types of animation. There's IK animation, there's rotation animation. So if I undo all of this again, okay, so what I've done is I turn rotation back on, and then I've applied a single rotation animation. So if we go ahead and reload this, what we should have is the upper thigh rotation, which is behind, where Ryo sticks it out behind. And this is actually similar to what the game actually has. I think I have in both in the actual game the foot is straight back. I think in the game it's actually rotated down. You can see that the knee is kind of rotated out here and the foot is sideways. The game has foot planting, so the foot is facing down. So I think that maybe there could be some kind of position where the game is applying rotation to the leg afterwards. But in general, the leg is sticking out back, and this is as weird as it seems. This is actually the result that the similar to the result that the game has. The problem is that this is with rotation and with FK. So the problem with the problem is which to set priority to. IK, I can't have any rotations, and then FK is a problem. With FK, rotations work, but then IK is a problem. The thing is, I'm more familiar with. Oh, did I even do that? So the problem is that this looks similar to the game. The problem is I can't have rotation if I want to have the um, if I want to have the rotation values working with IK, so that means that I need to go ahead and turn rotation off, which is somewhere here. So I've turned rotation off, but the problem is because the game expects the local rotation to be there, now the FK animation is completely wrong. So we can finally go back up to the top of the um, file, and this is where I'm trying to do some stuff to kind of account for the fact that I've removed all the rotation, and that to get FK working at FK animations working without the initial rotation, so that it produces the same results in the game. And I'm just kind of trying to work my way through different possibilities of rotation, of world matrices, local matrices, inverse or transpose, or whatever might have the right combination of magic sauce to make this thing work. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I've So I'm just kind of trying to work through the different possible combinations to see if I can get something to work. Basically, to see if I can get the legs stick out straight backwards in this pose without the rotations, so that I can do IK and then add in FK into that in the proper order that needs to be checked, or the proper order that needs to be implemented for the animation to display correctly, and then just kind of do each of these ones on their own and then get them to work together, which is what I'm currently in the process of doing. So IK, I've managed to get that work on its own. FK works on its own. IK is a priority because I don't have a lot of I would have to like fix the IK solver, which is not something I think I'm mentally capable of. So since the next process is add in a rotation into the or add in FK rotation animations into the IK without 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 rotations on the bones. Which is where I'm at. So that's the difficulties. If you heard my daughter running around like crazy, screaming, you can see why I don't have a lot of time to get on the computer. This video is kind of scatterbrained, but hopefully it gives a decent idea as to what I'm working on and what the challenges are. And I'll just try to I'll just have to continue plugging away with it with whatever time I can manage to get on the computer. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time.